In a quiet village nestled between emerald forests and snow-capped mountains, there lived a young boy named Aaron whose heart was as vast as the sky and as brave as a lion's roar, though few knew it yet. But in this very village stories of courage were spoken with reverence around roaring fires and under starlit skies, where elders whispered ancient tales of heroes who faced giants, dragons, and storms. Aaron listened to these legends with wide eyes and a trembling heart, yearning to discover what true bravery meant, for he had never faced danger beyond the scolding wind or the deep shadows in the woods, yet he felt a calling within him that pulsed like a secret fire in his veins, whispering that greatness lay not in strength alone but in the courage to face the unknown. And so one fateful dawn, when the first rays of gold touched the mountaintops, the village was stirred by a terrible alarm. The sacred moonstone, a glowing gem said to protect the entire valley from the endless dark, had been stolen, and without it the nights would fall into shadow forever. The elders were distraught, their voices trembling like dry leaves in the wind, and the villagers feared the looming gloom that threatened to swallow their homes. But young Aaron stood still, his gaze fixed upon the distant mountains where the thief was said to have escaped, and though his knees shook and his breath quickened, a new kind of courage bloomed inside him, an unwavering truth that he was meant for this: to chase the darkness, to find the moonstone, and to restore hope to his people. So with nothing but a leather satchel, a simple sword gifted by his late father, and a heart beating with determined fire, Aaron stepped forward, bidding farewell to the tearful villagers whose eyes held faith in his footsteps. And as he ventured into the forest's ancient corridors, where sunlight danced with shadows and whispers of forgotten spirits brushed against his skin, he recalled the tales of brave heroes who had walked before him, and in silence he repeated their words like a mantra, reminding himself that bravery was not the absence of fear, but the choice to rise above it. For every step forward was a battle waged against doubt, and every heartbeat echoed with the promise of light over darkness, until at last he emerged upon the jagged slopes of the mountain where wind roared like furious beasts and snow blanketed all in white silence. Days passed, and storms raged, yet Aaron pressed on, his body weary yet his spirit unwavering, for he could not let despair take root in his heart, not when hope still flickered like an ember begging to ignite. And then, beyond the veil of a midnight storm, he found the cavern where the thief, a shadow-cloaked figure whose eyes glowed with envy and malice, held the moonstone aloft, its radiant glow pulsing like a heartbeat fighting for life. And in that moment Aaron realized bravery was not just the strength of his arm but the courage in his voice. So he stepped forward, his words steady, asking the thief why he brought darkness upon the village, and though the figure laughed with cold disdain, the purity of Aaron's resolve cut through the shadows like a blade of dawn, and with every ounce of courage he could muster, he challenged the darkness not with anger but with faith in the light, a light that spread through his words, through his belief that even the darkest soul could choose to return to the path of good. And something remarkable happened. The moonstone flared brighter than ever before, its glow revealing the thief's trembling hands and weary eyes, for even in hearts filled with envy and pain there is a spark that yearns for warmth. And in that humbling moment, the thief fell to his knees, freed from the prison of his own darkness, and handed the moonstone back to Aaron with remorse and tears that spoke of regret and hope. And as Aaron carried the radiant gem down the mountain, the clouds parted and the sun bathed the valley in a golden glow the likes of which no villager had seen before. And when he returned, the people wept with joy and gathered around him, lifting him upon their shoulders, for he brought not just the moonstone but a deeper truth. Bravery lives in every heart that chooses hope over fear, compassion over hate, and faith over doubt. And while Aaron stood before them, surrounded by cheers and bright faces, he looked into the camera, into the hearts of every listener, and whispered gently but with unwavering conviction that true bravery isn't found in solitude but shared in every courageous act we choose every day. And that if you, sitting at home, dreaming of your own adventures, believe in your light and in your courage, then nothing in this world can stop you from rising above your fears. And if this story inspired even a spark of bravery or hope in you, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community where every week we bring you stories that lift your spirit, warm your heart, and remind you that no matter how dark the night may seem, the light within you is always stronger when shared with others who believe in courage, resilience, and beautiful beginnings. Because here, we don't just tell stories, we live them together, and with every subscription we grow stronger, braver, and more alive in the adventure of life.